with humans on the play. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Aggro draw. And I'm pretty willing to keep an aggro draw, I think, on the play with a champion. It's definitely the weakest hand we've kept today, but we were running really hot in rounds 1 and 2, so. Can't expect all of our hands to have turn 1 uncounterable Thalia. I can see the logic to maybe mulliganing this hand, but I think it's okay. It is definitely our weakest hand we've kept, but I don't know, in the blind, like not knowing what our opponent is, I think this is okay. See me get schooled. We're definitely not equipped to beat a Bazaar with this hand. Because I don't have a Wasteland. And obviously we're not really equipped to beat combo with this hand. Because I don't have a Thalia, but... How about a Mox in here? I'd love a Mox in here, or a Lotus. Play a Mayor on curve anyways, with them being behind on the Wasteland. I'll even take a Noble Hierarch or a Champion. Those are fine draws as well. Opponent is double queuing though, so we're gonna have to wait. That's interesting. I'm gonna hold this in my hand. I'm gonna play the Canopy first. It might not be the worst draw, but it depends on what opponent's playing. We didn't really lose too much by them just leading with Wasteland, so I'm kind of okay with it. They also didn't play any Moxen out, so I think that's a good sign. It's kind of annoying. As I said before, I really just want to draw a Mox. This might just be Shops or Eldrazi, I guess. It's kind of interesting that they would go for Wasteland, though, if those were the cases, and not just try to develop their own game plan. Thankfully, I drew that land, so I'm not gonna... Hopefully won't get shorted on mana. They do end up being like a blue combo deck. We have a Thalia next turn, uncounterable, but I don't know. It could still be just like a rug deck or something. It just feels really odd that they would go for the Wasteland line. Maybe their hand's not very strong. Oh, it's bizarre. Does that mean it's like HogaakVine or something? Do they keep an all Wasteland hand? If they just had a Bazaar the whole time, I would have just used the Bazaar on turn 1. It feels a little weird that they would hold it. So it is HogaakVine. Interesting. So I'm not gonna play Thalia. It's not really gonna help us stop them from doing anything. I would rather get a Mayor into play, maybe even flip the Mayor depending on their turn. Oh, never mind. I just ripped a Wasteland off the top. Okay. I think it's better to Wasteland here. I don't think they have a second Bazaar in their hand. If they do, that's pretty good. It's super surprising that they would just go for Wastelands instead of just Bazaar on turn 1. Do they have a second Bazaar? After pitching Arbor Bite, they just have a second Bazaar. They played this game very weird. You've had 2 Bazaars, like why would you not just play Bazaar on turn 1? Like what are you scared of happening? Well, it's bad for us because opponent just got a free Bazaar activation, basically. And we're just falling behind. Don't really think the champion's gonna go. But no Vengevines are coming back in. We haven't seen a hollow one yet. We could have a Hogaak sandbag in their hand, though. Another Wasteland is accept. Oh, they do have a hollow one. Okay. Now I draw the jet. A little late. If I had this jet on the other turns, we would have been in a much better spot. If I hit a land next turn, I could go Mayor Thalia. Might be enough. Oh, sorry, Maya like Thalia's lieutenant. Maybe I want to play Thalia first, just to make it a 3-power first striker. I could see that being the case. This champion will get bigger than the hollow one, and they really can't deal with permanents in play in game 1. So it's possible we can just build up a very large army and be able to win that way. Obviously, Hogaak is really large, but we could get bigger than that. We have a pretty solid life pool to use. And they've already played like a hollow one, so it's harder for them to return Vengevines or anything like that. We could be okay here. Is this gonna be a Deathrite Shaman then? It might be like Deathrite Shaman and a Hogaak from their hand, which would give us not a lot of time. Stitcher Supplier didn't hit a Hogaak. Is your last card in hand Hogaak? No, that's really lucky for us. Very lucky for us. I'm definitely not willing to trade here because I can get my army pretty big. It's actually kind of nice our mayor doesn't flip this turn because we can pump it. Alright, so we weren't able to get a land, but we still get to do Hierarch into either Thalia or Thalia's lieutenant. I think it makes more sense to play Thalia because I want the Thalia to have more first striking power. I'm not going to attack in here because I don't really want this to die and find a Hogaak. And I kind of want to be able to block the hollow one. I actually think if we just play this out as like a go wide, we should win. I don't know if that's true, but I think it might be true. I haven't played any matches versus this deck, so I don't actually know. But if we can like find just enough like lords, eventually we'll win, I would assume. They found a Hogaak and a Vine and a 1-drop. Holy shit, opponent's really good at Magic. That was pretty lucky. I guess they haven't hit any Vines or Hogaaks yet, but also hitting the 1-drop is pretty insane. So they're going to bring back a Hogaak and a Vine here. They don't really have good attacks this turn, and then next turn we should be able to get this champion 6, 7, 8. Almost high enough. This thing right now is a 3/2 first striker, so this can't attack because of the mayor buff. And if we can get this to a 4-power first striker, even better. I think we're still okay. It's a little awkward because of how big Hogaak is and how it can keep coming back. But they still technically have no attacks. They do have an active Deathrite Shaman, I guess, but they don't have that many. They do have some spells. I am willing to kill this off right now. I think the less creatures in play, the better. They've already like brought back their vines. Like obviously this can bring back Bloodghasts, but I think it's okay. All right, so what do we got? Jailer's insane, right? So if we jail this Hogaak, then they can attack for... They don't have good attacks, right? We just jail this Hogaak right now. And they shouldn't be able to take the Monarch back. That's got to be the play. If I were to go Mayor and Lieutenant, each of these adds 2. I would still have a 9/9 Mayor, champion. So I could technically not jailer this turn and get more board presence. Is that better, though? I don't think so. 4 creatures versus 4 creatures. It's going to be pretty hard for them to get back a Vengevine, and they can't haste a Bloodghast. I'll only be at 13. I'll only be at 11. I think I'm just gonna, if I do this, if I can 9 power, I think I don't need a jailer right now. They can't attack with this Hogaak because my champion should be 9. Oh, my Mayors might flip. That is true. But then I'm still jailering their Hogaak and I'm fine. I do have to find a way to win at some point. But I guess, like, Mayors going off also is winning. This should just, like, make sure I never lose the Monarch. I would hope. It would be nice if I could draw a land for the jailer so I have another blocker. If they cast no spells and flip my Mayors, I think that's fine because we just start getting wolves. And then I still am jailering their Hogaak, so like we don't need this to be super large. I think this is a winning position. Opponents should definitely have activated Bazaar in their upkeep on 0 cards. I don't know why people don't do that. We could just lose to this Deathrite Shaman, though. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 spells in yard so far, though. So they hit double Rootwalla. That's like insane to me. And another Hogaak. That's so crazy. I think opponent is like running really hot then. I don't think they sequenced that correctly, but they still got full value. After playing like 75 matches of the Hogaak deck, watching other people play the Hogaak deck is very challenging for my mental state. So the Mayors are not flipping, so I still have a huge dude. Another champion. Alright, I still am going to take the 1 damage here, even though it's going to turn these Bloodghasts on. Will I have enough blockers, though, now? I'll have 6 things. They'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if they hit a land. Alright, whatever. I think it's time. I think we're supposed to. Maybe I'm just supposed to hit this Deathrite Shaman, actually. Not the Hogaak. Hold on. If I hit the Deathrite Shaman instead of the Hogaak, I still have a blocker for the Hogaak. What, am I supposed to hit this Deathrite Shaman instead? No, then they have too many attackers. If I hit this Deathrite Shaman, I block, block, sorry, block, 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 block. They have a backup Gak anyways. But I just like can't, I'm just like trying to figure out how to not lose the Monarch, right? So, block on Hogaak. Block on Hollow One. Block on Vengevine. Block on Rootwalla. Rootwalla. Seven. If they hit a land, they would have 7 attackers, but they would lose everything in play. Alright, I'm gonna hit this Deathrite Shaman. I think the Deathrite Shaman is the most likely way I lose this game. So if they draw land for turn, they can get Bloodghast and take the Monarch and lose their board. Wasteland's great. Upkeep Bazaar. Pinned a second Bloodghast. Opponent is insane. If they hit a land here, they get double Bloodghast. They hit a Strip Mine? Alright. Alright, so opponent can take the Monarch from me. And get... But if they take the Monarch, I might just be able to swing back for lethal, I guess. So maybe that doesn't actually work out for them. I just still don't think opponent can run hotter than that. They hit my silent clearing when I was tapped out. I guess that makes sense. I guess this attack is still garbage for them. What they can't even like attack with Hogaak and play a second Hogaak because I have a 10-10. Maybe they still just can't do anything. Alright, so it's fine. What this does do is gives me 2 wolves and makes my thing only an 8/8, but I have a creature in hand, so it's fine. I'm just gonna wasteland their Bazaar so they can't draw cards. I guess maybe I should wasteland this so they can't play more Mayors. I'm not, oh, sorry, more Deathrite Shamans, but I think I just wait and just keep making dudes and everything is gonna be fine. I get 2 wolves and I get a card. I mean, I think this is just winning. Alright, I think we got there, chat. We played Control versus the Hogaak deck and made a 9/9 with our 1-drop. Nice 2-drop. Nice 0-drop 8/8 Trampler. I have a 1-drop 9/9. Wow. Alright, that was a game of Magic now, wasn't it? It did not look like a vintage game of Magic, but it was a game of Magic. I think it's... I'm like still not sure if my Wasteland was correct. Alright, so I actually have a little bit extra here. I have 2 more Containment Priests now, as well as 4 Surgical Extractions. And then we're going to take out Prelate and Camball. What else should we take out? Yo, Matt, what do you want to take out? We have 3 more cards to take out. Krakus is really good here, addition as well, because it bounced the Hogaak. It could be Confidant. Maybe we're just supposed to trim. I definitely want all my Once Upon a Times. Maybe it's like 1 bot or 1... Oh wait, Thalia... I don't know, Thalia blocks. Thalia blocks really well. Maybe it's just like that. Alright, let's just take Bob's out. Let's just run it like that. I could bring in like Vigors for hollow ones. I just don't think that's like a really viable plan. I'd rather just try to make my army bigger. I just think opponent played that game. I guess maybe because we played a champion, that's why they played that game like that. Because they knew that the champion would eventually grow bigger, so they tried to wasteland us off things. I just think that you want to be playing Bazaar on turn 1 there as the opponent. I'm going to put this hand away even though I have a bunch of fast mana, because I just don't have anything that interacts with what they're doing. And like just playing Thalia is not going to be good enough. I'd like a Wasteland Surgical hand. Sure, that works for me. I can... I think I'm just going to get rid of... Yeah, maybe 1 Thalia. That makes sense. I think I just want to get rid of the Canopy. Could be wrong. Could see it maybe being the Cavern. Yeah, maybe going down to 3 Thalias makes sense. I kind of agree with that. Hopefully this doesn't put a hollow one into play. If it doesn't, we can Wasteland and Surgical their Bazaars. Yeah. How's it going, Onion? I really dislike Hollow One. Do another wasteland. Alright, well, I take 6 and I go to 14, and then I play a Thalia and I go to 8, and I just don't think I'm going to be fast enough. I don't think I have a choice, though. Maybe I can't even play... I probably can't even play Surgical. I don't think I can play Surgical the way the clock is currently set up. Brings back the Bloodghast. Also kills our cavern. I think we're just dead, unfortunately. How the fuck am I supposed to, like... Just can't, dude. I guess if we hit a Lotus... we hit a fucking Lotus, okay. That makes a 3/3 blocker, so... Alright, so at the very least their attacks are a little worse now. Do I play out a Cavern? I don't really think so. I don't really want to cast Surgical either. I'm not really sure I have this 2 life to give. They have a Force of Vigor? Is that what they're holding on to in their hand? Or are they just paused for some reason? I don't really know, like... I think our Wasteland might be more valuable attacking their mana. Like, if they play a Bayou here, I do want to kill it. Maybe you're right. I don't know. It's just like kind of a precarious situation. I do kind of need the mana to make my thing bigger than this hollow one, so maybe you're right. Maybe we should just Wasteland. So if I just block... I don't really want to block this Bloodghast. I take 7 and go to 7, and I just want to be able to play a human next turn. Yeah, I guess if I just really want to play a human next turn, maybe I do want to Wasteland their Wasteland. Probably fair. But if they play like a Gaia's Cradle, I'd really want to Wasteland that. I guess I'd probably already be dead if they played a Gaia's Cradle. 4, 7, 10. Block here, waste the Gaia's Cradle. Maybe not. I think they're sandbagging another land, so I'm not going to block this Bloodghast. I don't think it's correct to lose my Lieutenant for nothing. Alright, so... I kind of want to draw like a Hierarch or like another Mayor or something. Because I fucking hate getting Pyroblasted, Zek, then. Wow, they actually had Vigor, huh? That's really bad for me. Just drew another Cavern. I'm really dead. I really wish I had wasted their waste. Then I would at least have a shot. Why would you waste now? Opponent! You're hurting me with your play. And I'm gonna lose anyways. Alright, so here I am gonna block the Bloodghast, go to 2. 2 is a bad number. Maybe I just go to 3. I have outs, but we don't draw outs here. Am I willing to lose a Lieutenant here just to go to 3 so I don't die to a land? I think so. Alright. I die, I guess. I needed a creature there. I didn't draw any creatures this game, right? I mean, I did draw the Lotus. It was game 2. We kept the Wasteland Surgical at hand, and our opponent put 6 free power in play on turn 1. Very classic. I don't think I'm supposed to play Vigor. I don't think it's worth it. Can't imagine that it's worth it. You board in 2? We should just be bigger than them. I'm not bringing in Vigor. It just doesn't seem like I don't think it's what I want to be doing. This list is pretty similar to yours, except I changed like your hate selection in the sideboard. I do want a Thalia. I think a 2/1 first striker is very good, especially when it becomes like a 4/1 a 4/3 first striker. I think I agree that I don't want 4 Thalias. I do think I want a Thalia though. Like, we're playing a ground game, and first strike in this battle is like very important. First strike was a big reason why we won game 1. Sanctum Prelate does nothing. What the hell are you talking about? Sanctum Prelate is a gray ogre. I'm in. Should we just play the Monarch on turn 1 and have Wasteland Surgical and hope that opponent doesn't have multiple creatures here? Fuck. I guess I could technically hold this all until turn 2. And then I can jailer whatever they play. Maybe that's better. Maybe if I show a little discipline here. Just play my Canopy on turn 1. Hold everything in hand. Jailer a hollow 1. Wasteland the Bazaar. Surgical something else. I think we just like play Canopy and pass, I would assume. I guess play Peatland and pass makes a little bit more sense in case we surgical for 1 life. I'm in. Let's do it. I'm so used to jamming a jailer on turn 1 in all my other jailer decks. I like play against Xerox and I'm just like, Lotus Jailer, gotcha, game over, thank you for playing. I'm definitely not playing the Moxen. I want to be able to play my jailer for 4 mana next turn and Wasteland. They have 1 Chalice and 4 Force of Vigor. It's gonna suck if he has Chalice anyways, because I'm not playing both this turn. I'm not, like, why would I play around... Alright, maybe I'll play Justice Sapphire. I don't even know. I think you guys are, I think you're wrong. I would rather hold these both in hand. Playing around Chalice is dumb here. I don't want to do it. I think that's wrong. Up to 7. They shouldn't have Chalice in their deck post-board on the draw. They shouldn't have it in their deck, but the way they're playing, maybe they do have it. I wouldn't have Chalice post-board against humans on the draw. The only reason you want Chalice versus humans is to be on the play and play it on 0. Are we playing a Deathrite Shaman here? And a Wasteland? Okay, Deathrite Shaman, no land. Guess that's really good for me anyways, so... I haven't played a spell yet. There's another reason not to play my Mox in chat. I totally thought of that in my reasoning. Alright, what do we keep here? Probably just want this Hierarch, right? I guess I could play a Thalia and a Chalice Jailer this turn. But I assume a Hierarch is going to be better for me than a Thalia here. I don't think I need another Wasteland. I'm not playing around Mindbreak Trap. No. Maybe I should have. It was kind of free to play around, but no. Yeah, I guess I should have played around Mindbreak Trap, but I didn't, okay? I think you're right. I think there's no reason not to play around Mindbreak Trap. I guess the reason to play around the reason not to play around Mindbreak Trap is now I have the mana to pay for a black Surgical Extraction and a green Noble Hierarch. Whatever. Opponent snipes, whatever. We have a lot of draw cards in our hand right now. It's not like playing no Bazaar there is helping them. It is a weird 7 to keep, though. Just like... Mox Deathrite. No Once Upon a Time. Are we just gonna, like, hard cast a Vengevine here? Okay. What am I chumping with? The Hierarch. I think so. This would have been the advantage of playing Thalia, because I would have been able to block. Just need any creature, right? Maybe a Deathrite Shaman. Fruitwalla. I need a creature, chat. Oh, like a General Kudrow. That's fine. Whatever. Do I waste? I don't think so. I think I have to keep him off the green mana. I need a creature. Alright, that's good. I just have to... I kill one and chump the other. It's not too bad. Unless I guess they have another Bayou. And maybe I was supposed to surgically extract Bayou there. Oh, they had Savannah anyways. Come the fuck on! Ah! Maybe I just let them have it for one turn and then take it back. They could... Maybe I'm supposed to just double block. No, then they just get a free. No, then they just get a free priest. The problem is if I give them the monarch and they have a creature, it's fucked up, right? I should just take it, right? And then just play a end of turn containment priest. Take the monarch back with my containment priest. What are you guys saying? Priest will exile the shaman? Oh, you're saying before they get their Deathray Shaman back. Yes, I agree. I just don't think I'm blocking. The way this game went is just ridiculous. Like, kind of crazy. This is some synergy, though. Alright, they get a creature. Hopefully they don't have another creature here, which makes me have to attack with my whole board. Well, I didn't actually Surgical the Bayou. I think I was actually supposed to Surgical the Bayou, because there aren't very many, like, there aren't actually many things in their deck. Jesus Christ, okay. There aren't actually that many sources in their deck, but they had a Savannah anyways, so I probably would have been even more upset, so I'm kind of glad I didn't Surgical. These Surgicals have looked really bad. Alright, I need creatures like that are big. Like, I just can't draw a creature, though. I'm gonna, like, die to the stupid cards that are currently in play. Oh, I don't know, man. We're getting kind of wrecked. It's really weird that opponent kept this hand. If I play, so I can play Surgical. Heck, there's just nothing to Surgical. I mean, Wastelands don't count as lands, so. And all of these lands draw cards. Another Containment Priest? Okay, that card's good. That card's quite good. We also didn't play our Black Source, so we can't get Wastelanded, which is good. I'm going to be at a very low life total, though. At some point, I'm not going to be able to keep taking this Monarch back, which is the real problem here. The opponent had all three of their Moxen, as well as the Wasteland, which we played around. They didn't have a second Vengevine here, so that's good. Just an all-in attack. Quite sus. Take 6. I think I'd rather have this Hierarch in play than save 4 life right now. I guess I die. Sorry, this makes an extra... I go to 2. Yeah, I should have blocked. Okay, I'm bad. It's fine. Now I don't have enough mana to actually play my general. Alright, now I have the mana to play my general. I just can't take any... I can't take any hits. But I didn't Surgical, or I would just be in, like, deep shit. I think I have to leave this Hierarch back. I guess I don't have to leave the Hierarch back. I can attack with the Hierarch. So attacking with the Monarch means I can't shoot the Vengevine if I need to. But my blocks are so much better this way. They have to not... I guess if they have a Vengevine, then... They can't have a Blood Gas, I guess. You're right, I can't use my Canopy to shoot anyways. You're right. Baracus. I'm gonna lose my Kudro here if they just attack all and pump 2 times. No, they just hard cast the gas, is what I'm saying. It's actually crazy that we're so far behind in this game. But Lotus Vine can do that when we're trying to protect the Monarch. I wish I had taken the Thalia instead of the Hierarch in the beginning. If I had taken the Thalia this game, we would have won. So maybe I'm the one who screwed this whole game up. I think maybe I just played really, really poorly, right? If I just take the Thalia, then I have Lotus, then I have Jailer and Thalia. They double block the Vengevine. I guess I lose both. That's not that good either. At the very least, the Vengevine would be dead. Right? The Wasteland is the only other option, so... Alright, so it's attack all, double pump. No, attack with 2 double pump. Or pump once. Do I block with Priest? Or I want to keep Kudro in play, right? I would much rather have Kudro in play than Priest. So... I guess we get to keep the Monarch here. They might Wasteland our untamed territory. Alright, what's your follow-up? Another Rootwalla? Deathrite Shaman? Fucking Deathrite Shaman?! It's so good, chat. It's so good. Dude, can I eat all... Is there any spells? There's a Once Upon a Time in my yard. Can I target my own yard? No, I can't target my own yard. Can I get a black mana and cast Surgical on my Once Upon a Time? What the fuck is wrong with them? They just said GG's. What a fucking asshole. That's the most preemptive GG's ever. Holy shit. You think they're sniping? If only this could hit my own yard, we'd be in pretty good shape. If I had one more life, I could surgically extract my Once Upon a Time. I mean, they are double queuing a modern challenge, and I've never seen them before, so... I almost say no. I almost never say anyone is sniping, but the way they played this game was ridiculous. I think we just have to draw Jet. Like, if they drew Lotus off the top, then that would make sense, but they wouldn't have kept their hand if they had. So it just doesn't make any sense the way they played their game, unless they were sniping me. Or they're awful at Magic. That pisses me off that he just said GG in chat like that. You have a Hogaak in hand? That's not a big deal. No, if you have Lotus Vine on turn 1, you're just playing Lotus Vine. Like, that's why you did it. It doesn't make any sense the way they played. If I hadn't cast Once Upon a Time in this game, that's kind of crazy. Alright, so I need Jet to surgically extract my Once Upon a Time. That's not good. So I can cycle this for a Jet. No. Now we're dead. Because I can bounce this Hogaak. But if I use my High Arc, then I don't have enough blockers. Yeah, I don't have enough blockers if I use my High Arc. I don't have Lotus. Trying to figure out what the best way to make them do it actually is, though, is what I'm trying to figure out right now. Wait, what if I draw, no. If I drew Jet off Monarch, I wouldn't be able to cast it. I think the best way to make him fuck up is Caracas Pass. It's really sad that I can't eat my own graveyard. What are they tapping their black? No, they're just fucking with me. They're totally watching the stream and fucking with me. That's pretty funny. Good job, man. Hope you lose. Wow. Who stream snites a vintage challenge? It's like actually fucked up. It's kind of sad that I can't hit my own graveyard, though. Because we would have a shot in this game if we could. Am I the last player in the round? Alright. I guess I'll let it happen because we're the last player in the round. I want the things to go. Are they still in the... Is the modern challenge still going? It's too bad I don't have enough actions where I could try to, like, make them lose time in their modern challenge. That's really sad. So we can't really have played it very differently. The only choice we had was to take Athalia, where we would have double blocked, lost both our things on board, but killed their Vengevine, and then we would have ended up losing the Monarch to a Root Walla or something. Because we didn't draw the Priest until later. Alright.